Hello, my dear student of class 11 geography. In this video, I am going to talk about the geological regions of India. In the previous video, we have come to know that India broadly can be divided into three major geological regions: the peninsular block, the mountain system of the north, and the Indo-Ganga-Brahmaputra plain. Let us try to know about the peninsular block. In the previous video, we have discussed that when Indian plate, this is a part of the Indian plate which came from the south during the tectonic movement, as a part of the tectonic movement, and collides with the Eurasian plate. So this is one of the oldest landmass of India, and this forms our southern part of our country, India, and it consists of old plateau, an old plateau which is surrounded by water on its three sides, and that's why it is known as the peninsular plateau. We know that this part of India, which we call peninsular block, is a part of Indo-Australian plate, which was a part of the Gondwana land. So it stands as a rigid block over a long period. Since the Cambrian period, it is said that it stands as a rigid block. That's why many times it has been repeated that it is one of the oldest land masses of the world. If we see the present condition, we find that the plateau runs from Kutch along the western flank of the Aravalli range, and then roughly parallel to the Yamuna and the Ganga plain up to the Raj Mahal hills below Chota Nagpur plateau, and up to the Ganga delta it runs parallel to the Ganga Yamuna plain and Ganga delta. It is bounded by the Western Ghats on the west and Eastern Ghats in the east. But its extension we can find even in the northeast region. The Karbi Anglang and the Meghalaya plateau in the northeastern states, especially in Meghalaya and Assam, are the extension of the peninsular plateau only. These plateaus also were the part of the peninsular block only. But as this peninsular plateau has passed through many vertical upliftments, so its rocks have gone broken and many faults have created. So these Karbi Anglang and Meghalaya plateau are separated from the Chota Nagpur plateau by a fault called Malda fault lying in the West Bengal. That fault has been filled with the sediments and today it is a plain. But the Karbi Anglang and Meghalaya plateau, where we find Garo, Khasi and Jaintia hills, are the part of the peninsular block only, which today seem to be separated and isolated. Actually, this separation is due to the fault that lies between Chota Nagpur plateau and the Karbi Anglang and Meghalaya plateau. The peninsula is formed essentially by a great complex of very ancient gneisses and granite. Gneisses and granite. Gneisses are the metamorphic rock and granite is igneous rock. So this plateau comprises of the old gneiss and granite, hard rock. So the plateau has been subjected to various vertical movements and block faulting. When there are movements or pressure, the rocks develop faults, and along the faults a part of the block might get uplifted or might get subsided. When it gets subsided, we call that part a fault. So we find many uplifted part and subsided part of this plateau due to the many vertical upliftments and fault formation, development of block faulting. The Tapi, the Narmada river, you can see in the map, Narmada river flows between Vindhya range and Satpura range, and Tapi river flows parallel to Satpura range. Mahanadi river, they all flow through the fault, the depressions that was created due to the block faulting. When the faults, when due to the vertical upliftment and vertical pressure, horizontal pressure, rocks may break and may develop faults, along which some part of the rock get uplifted or some part may subside. The subsided part we call faults. So that has given the chance for many rivers to flow through them, like Narmada river, Tapi river, Mahanadi river. All these rivers flow through the faults of the peninsular block. The peninsula consists of mainly relict and residual mountains, many hills that we find. They are relict like Aravalli range or Vindhya range, Satpura range, Kaimur range, Makal range, or Western Ghats and Eastern Ghats. They are hill ranges. They are residual mountains. They are relict mountains. They stand from the ancient time, and they have got subsided. They have got reduced to the low height by various exogenic forces. So what has remained from the original form are called residual part. So they are residual mountains, like the Aravalli hills, the Nalamala hills, the Javedi hills, the Mahendragiri hills, and it is full of rounded hills and shallow valleys because of the various exogenic forces and normal cycle of erosion. The river here are shallow and with low gradients. So this land has become stable since it stands for very long years. So it has become, it is a rigid block, it is a stable block. Now it has rounded hills and shallow valleys, not sharp, deep valleys. This actually presents the old topography for normal cycle of erosion. So this is all about the geological features of the peninsular plateau required for you. Thank you. In this video, we'll again talk in the next video about the next topic. Thank you.